21st, and we are trying a new public spot tonight that we call Marathon. We've actually got 2 different spots in this area that we've been running cameras for the past few weeks, and it's been a couple of weeks since I've been out hunting. We went back home to Wisconsin the last 2 weekends, so I haven't hunted now in over 2 weeks, so it feels good to get back out here. I was expecting it to be a lot colder, but it's about 80 degrees today, so it is very warm. It was cool at the beginning of the week, and it just warmed up here now the last couple days. So we've been getting a few decent bucks on camera out here. There's been good movement overall, so we've got high hopes for this spot here tonight, and we'll just see how they decide to move with the weather. It's about 6 o'clock, and so far we've seen a bunch of squirrels and a raccoon and a possum. We haven't had any deer movement through here yet tonight, but I think that's kind of what we both expected, especially early on. So maybe we'll get something coming through before dark, but otherwise, try it again next time. What? Where? Be careful. Well, things just change pretty quickly, as they do. Didn't see a deer until probably about 6:30. We had our first doe come through, and then during the last 10 minutes of shooting light, we had a couple of bucks come in behind us here. It almost sounded like they were making their way over here. And I don't know if something just startled them or what, but they took off running back that way. But for a few minutes
Tuesday, the 25th, and we got a perfect weather day to be out here in central Wisconsin. Me and Dylan are headed out, took a half day each, and we're headed out to the lease. The temperature from this weekend is down 20-25 degrees. It's not even gonna crack 50 today. The deer have been moving. I mean, last night the front blew in. It rained pretty much all night. Had a 10-pointer walking back down into where we suspect they're all bedding at, I think it was like 4 in the morning or something like that. And then right by the plot that we are going to tonight, Kenny was actually in there at 7:10 this morning freshening up a scrape. And last night, actually, the 10 that went into the marsh this morning was walking up into that plot at like 6:09, I believe it was. So we got 2 bucks that have been showing face pretty regularly in this area. We got a perfect wind. It's 1 o'clock now, so we should be at least by 1:30. Probably all set up in the stand by 2, and got a perfect wind for it. I'm jacked. Like I said, it should be probably the best weather day that we've had so far this year, and the bucks have been on their feet the last 12 to 24 hours, so I'm jacked. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Dylan and I are all set up. We are in what we call the front plot. It's probably no more than 40-50 yards off just a dirt road. There's only 2 properties on this whole road. They're both just fronting, so there's no reason there should be any traffic. So the deer have been in here quite a bit. The buck we call Kenny was down. Actually, I can see the scrape. It's about 50-60 yards from the tree here, just towards where we think they're all going to be bedding. So got a nice scrape here to my right. It's about 20 yards to that tree. It's 24 yards to this corner, so everything's within top pin range. So I don't know. We're a little open, so we just got to be careful on our movements here if anything were to show up. But I don't know. I think we're in the chips here. Last night we probably would have had a crack at the 10-pointer that's been showing around. We don't have a name for him yet, but he was down at that scrape that I just mentioned at like 6:09. So we have till about 6:30 for legal time. So I'm guessing he would have made his way up here before then. But we got a storm that's kind of blowing in. It should miss us just to the east. It's probably going to be within 20 miles, so we might get a sprinkler too. But like I said earlier, it's 20 to 25 degree temperature difference from yesterday to today. And with that storm blowing, I'm hoping those bucks get up on their feet early. But we're going to sit tight, and hopefully something shows up here.
Dude, they could not have worked any better. Dude, oh my god, that's exactly how we visioned that thing. Exactly how we visioned that. Oh, dude, come on. I'm pretty sure I smoked him. What's up, guys? Just gonna run through what I'm wearing in the tree stand tonight. It's October 25th. We just had a cold front blow in, so it's a high of in the 50s, and I'm gonna be wearing the Kilm hoodie as a base layer. This thing's awesome. Wore it bear hunting in September when it got into the 70s. It's pretty much my only layer, and tonight I'm gonna wear it under the Catalyst jacket. So love this thing. It's very versatile. Can, like I said, wear it multi-season, so go check yourself one out at firstlight.com. Well, I don't even know what to say. That is just strictly how me and Dylan envisioned this hunt. There's been, that trail camera this morning was just active. The buck we called Kenny was hitting it, freshened up a scrape, hit that vine. No deer's really hit that vine all year until this morning. All of a sudden, really just look up, and sure enough, there's this beautiful 10 that's been all over the property the last couple days, just hitting that vine. He walks up, that vine's like 50, 60 yards from us. Walks up perfect, cuts into the plot, and just quarters right past this play. I can't be more than 15, 20 yards. So looks like we put a good shot on him. Might have clipped the shoulder, but it looks like we got pretty good penetration. So he went darting through this thick stuff. We're gonna get down. I can't imagine he's gonna be too far, but we're gonna get down, check our blood, see what it looks like, and go from there. But Dylan and I feel pretty good about it.
Well, it's almost 10 o'clock now, and Dylan and I are back to the cabin. We got down and tracked it probably about 45 minutes after the shot. Didn't have much blood really at the beginning, but we figured as much till we found the arrow. Found the back half from like the fletchings down, so probably just a quarter of the arrow at most. We found probably 50 yards from impact. After that, we had pretty good blood. He went through this marsh area and then got to the other side of the marsh, and blood got thinner once we got through there. And the marsh is pretty good blood, actually. But once we got through there and blood kind of got thinner, we decided to back out, just play it safe. That's probably about 120, 130 yards from the stand. So, like I said, we backed out, and we're going to go back in there in the morning. We looked at the shot. We still think it's going to kill him, but we do got a dog. Our guy lined up with a dog to meet us in the morning just to be safe, in case it didn't really clip anything vital. We're thinking at least got liver, and we did find a little gut matter right at the beginning. So we think when that buck was running through the brush and stuff with the arrow hanging on him, that hopefully it did enough damage that it clipped enough vitals that he's down. But yeah, like I said, we're going to meet him right at first light and get on the trail. So I guess we'll pick it up there.
You want us to stay back?
Yeah, I'd say maybe
Just a little bit.
hold tight right here just a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god.
Good job, buddy. That's not the side you hit him on, is it?
Oh, thank God.
I don't know why that one was so tough. I said too, sometimes they can be close and it's hard to figure out.
Oh my God. That is a sigh of relief.
Well, still kind of lost for words on what these last 14 hours kind of been. It's been a roller coaster, to say the least. Yesterday we had a great cold front that blew in, so Dylan and I both took a half day of work and stuck out to the lease. Hunted the top plot is what we call it. There's a couple of fresh scrapes that the bucks have been hitting, mainly at night the past week or two here. So we knew with the temperature drop, we had to be kind of where they're going to be freshening them up, we thought. There's a buck, or actually this buck showed up 6 days ago to the day. We had him in a swamp bottom, and he's showed face pretty much all over the property since then. Pretty much every cell cam he's been on. Not yesterday, but the day before. Right at last light, he had a scrape 50 yards from the stand. So we knew he was in the area. We actually had him coming into the marsh bottom, not last night, but the night before. So like I said, we knew he was down there. Just a matter of if he came out in time. And sure enough, last night, we looked down towards that scrape and he's hitting a vine, freshening that up. And as soon as he got done with the vine, he V-lined it right up to the top plot where there's multiple other open scrapes that I'm sure he's coming to check out. And he came in quartering 2, and he's probably within 10-12 yards, so he's right next to us. But I thought we placed a good shot on it. Dylan and I got all pumped up, thought it was gonna be a pretty easy track job, but we tracked him probably for 120 yards, went down a hill through a marsh and kind of got to this other top side of the marsh, and blood got thin, so we just played it safe, backed out. We contacted Rex's dog tracking. He was a local guy here, close to the lease. Great guy. He came through. We just thought we'd play it safe, get him out here. And we kind of actually got lost. Not lost, but couldn't find anything. The dog kind of was searching. We actually went a long ways that way, kind of went that way, and really didn't come across nothing. We just luckily came down to this bottom here to start from scratch, and we crossed blood. Followed blood, and the dog got back on him, and from there it's probably only 100 yards. So like I said, it's been a roller coaster. Highs high and the lows have been really low. Didn't sleep all that well on it, just uncertain of what the status would be. So couldn't be any more pumped to be behind this deer. Can't thank Dylan more than for coming out, taking the half day, taking a full day today. Means a lot. Just a great buck. Pumped.